Hi, everybody. It's Ryan here from Pie Records. I'm here with Don, Ray, and Sam from Black Valley Moon, the surf rock band. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Pretty good.
So, what have you guys been up to during the quarantine?
um, just working. Sometimes I work from home. Sometimes I go in the office. Then from there, I do whatever I want because not married, don't have any kids. So basically, being a kid.
Well, mainly just recording and stuff, writing and recording. It was a good opportunity for that, for sure. Practicing, stuff like that.
So,
uh,
I'm
working a lot and just trying to keep up with the guitar lines that Sam's feeding me, trying to come up with the appropriate bass for all of that. It's maddening, but it's beautiful. It does get a little crazy. Yeah, having a good time though.
So we had a chance to listen to the baleful sounds of Black Valley Moon. We got a great taste of that, and Cemetery Romance it's got to be up there with one of my favorite surf songs now. It's
Oh, awesome, man. Cool.
But the whole album is great, but that one in particular really got to me and my wife. So I was hearing that you put out you were going to put out a 7-inch. We're still waiting on that, but is there something you want to announce today?
Oh yeah, well, so Pie Records, you guys are putting out the the Vampirella 7-inch, which is really, it'll be our first vinyl. I think you guys beat everybody else because we have stuff going on, but we haven't hit vinyl yet. And it's also the first one we've done with vocals. We got Ray Vega on vocals for this one, and yeah, and you guys are putting it out. And I think when are you thinking in December? It's going to be.
We're shooting for December 18th.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so yeah, that's great. So Pie Records got the vinyl one on that one.
Well, what I wanted to ask you, some of the interesting things are about this new EP is that you introduced the vocals. What and they fit perfectly, but what made you go in that direction?
I don't know. I don't know. I on a whim, I was kind of like thinking, well, let me back up. Some of the bands that have influenced this band have done that. The Shadows would be a big one, probably the big one. They were the old instrumental 60s band from England, but they would also operate with a singer, Cliff Richard, and it was, so he would sing and they would play, but it would still sound like the Shadows. I think Los Straitjackets is doing it now with Nick Lowe. They're like Nick Lowe's band, but they're also a separate entity. So I was like, oh, okay, let's. I just thought it'd be cool to try. I put the call out. I had a kind of idea what I wanted stylistically, and Ray hit me up, and I was like, all right, let's try it. And it's just killer. He knocked it out of the park. So figure, we're gonna do a lot of stuff like this.
And you're planning more things than just a 7-inch, right?
Yeah. This is kind of a prelude to a full length for sure. We're slowly chipping away at that, and some point next year, I have no idea when, but it'll be ready next year, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll definitely have a full length of vocal stuff.
Ray, how did you feel coming into this band and singing over this type of music?
Oh, I've always been into this kind of stuff, my whole life, and I kind of the band I have another band that I'm in. We all go kind of a ways back here and there, and the band that I'm in now, we actually played together with Black Valley Moon as just an instrumental. So it was like I'd already, I've known Sam for a long time, and we played a show together, and when he put it out, I already was comfortable with the music. I dug it. I was into it, and I was just like, well, you know what I sound like, so I'll be into doing some things. And it really was just that simple. Just, he knows what I sound like already. I knew what he sounded like already. So, all we had to do was actually try it. So as soon as I got the opportunity, I was just inspired. Like I said, just dip out, and all I had to do was write the lyrics, and I was like, perfect. My other band, I write most of all the music and the lyrics, so this one is a lot easier because it's like I can just focus on listening and practicing just my vocals, not having to play guitar at the same time. It's just a lot of weight off my shoulders, and I can just participate instead of actually having to do it all myself. With the songwriting and everything.
Yeah.
So
The vocals sound perfect with it. Yeah, I really think you guys.
I mean, I had asked them. Yeah, I had asked them for Vampirella because I just heard a Spanish influence, and I grew up listening to a lot of old Spanish folk tunes and stuff, and I'm like, I heard it in his arrangements, and I asked him if it was okay, and he thought it was a great idea, so that's just kind of how it happened. So my first song I ever wrote was Spanish.
Awesome.
So where did you?
And my family is actually really proud of that right now. I showed them all the video and everything, and they're like, "See, we told you could sing in Spanish." Yeah.
The video is badass.
Oh, it was fun doing it.
Yeah, man, I was happy with the way it came out.
Tell me where you got the inspiration for the whole Vampirella theme.
Well, I before we started recording, I am really heavy into comic books and stuff, and I know Sam is too. And as I was listening to the music, I just looked on my bookshelf, and I have a collection of all Vampirella comic books from the '60s, and I have it in a hardcover, and it just stuck out at me while I was thinking, what could I write to this song? And it just all it's all 100% inspiration. I didn't even have to think about it. It was like, boom, there it is. Boom, here's the idea. And working with these guys, it was pretty easy. So, it's all just about getting inspired and putting it down, and that's what happened. Happy accidents,
Yeah. Don, you were talking earlier before we started the meeting about how you kind of fill in the gaps in Sam's playing, and I got to say the bass lines are amazing. You want to talk to me about a little bit about your process?
Well, it's kind of all over the place. I start off just trying to understand just his chord progressions, the minors, the majors, all of that. And then I let my lack of good taste lead me on from there. And it takes me interesting places, and I have to step back sometimes and reinvent the wheel. But, I go back and I listen to some Henry Mancini kind of tunes and all of that to just try to find stuff from outside of the wheelhouse of the regular old punk rock, da 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 kind of thing.
Yeah.
And just try to make it interesting, even more so interesting than I mean, Sam's playing is on a high level, I think, anyway.
Amen.
And I'm just trying to, get up there with him, man.
Appreciate that.
Maybe you can answer this, Sam. There's one instrumental on the 7-inch. You have 2 vocals and 1 instrumental. Why did you choose the song for the instrumental that you did?
That's just one that was kind of I've been thinking about for a while. I don't think because a lot of surf bands you'll hear, we're not exactly a surf band, but a lot of bands along our genre or whatever, you'll hear them, they do instrumental versions of vocal songs, So we've done that a couple times, and that was just an idea I had for that one. And it just happened to be the ones that we, it just happened to be the ones that we had recorded at the time, We're like, we kind of had this idea of doing a couple vocal songs, and while the drummer was here, he laid that one down as well, and it came out really cool. We had a sax player guesting on it and stuff, and then we decided, okay, let's just put these out as an EP. You know, all the songs came out great and stuff. So now the full length, you know, I don't know which songs are going to be on the full length, you know, and what's kind of going to carry over, but for sure, that instrumental song is just going to be on the 7-inch. You know, this is the thing for that. So that'll be nowhere else. but yeah, it's a 60s song. I just stumble on these songs from the 60s that I haven't heard before, because I'm kind of stuck in. I just love that sound, you know. And there's a specific sound from the 60s stuff that hits me, and that happened to be one that I think it was just on some weird playlist I was listening to or something on Spotify, and I was like, oh, that song's awesome, you know.
Yeah.
So we did it, you know.
It when I saw the track listing, I instantly recognized it, and I don't know how big of fans of Tarantino you guys are, but it's at the end of Death Proof.
Yeah, see, that's funny because I'm a huge Tarantino fan, but that's probably the least watched movie of his that I know. So somebody told me that it was on that one. Or no, they told me that it was in a Tarantino movie. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But he's got he's got like the best soundtracks, you know, so
I know, right?
I'm not surprised. Like Link Ray and yeah. But yeah, so it totally makes sense. But I didn't remember it from that. I just heard it some other way. Yeah.
So right now, before the 7-inch comes out, people can get a hold of the tunes that you have recorded for the 7-inch. Where can they find those?
Yeah, that's going to be up on our Bandcamp site for a good long while. The digital version of this, it's just blackvalleymoon.bandcamp.com. Has, you know, both of our releases up there, and this one will be up there as well. You know, obviously the vinyl is cooler.
Yeah. Do you have any plans to put your debut CD on vinyl?
Yes, that's one that's been in the works for months and months and months and months, but it's really complicated because the label that came out on, it was a guy from the UK that lived in Hong Kong. All right, so they were hit really bad with the Corona thing. So, and I think the pressing plant he used was there as well. It was either Japan or Hong Kong. So a lot of long distance stuff. It's not like everything's getting done down the road.
Right.
On top of that, everything was shut down hard there, you know, for like a long time. Like the record plants and stuff was just gone. So now it's kind of up and rolling again. I hear maybe late October we'll be getting those. But, you know, like I say, it's just ever changing, you know, with the virus thing and where the location of this stuff is taking place, you know.
Sam, I heard you're doing some shows at Tiki Lounges.
Oh yeah.
Solo stuff. But can we expect to get the group together at any point?
I definitely hope so. I mean, as soon, because around here, there's not too many full band type show situations that are going on yet, you know. It's just some places are sneaking in little solo acts, you know, because they got like the bars at half capacity and stuff, and you can do the distance thing that, you know, if it's just one guy. But I don't, well, let's see, Don, I think, just played a full band gig last weekend or something. So maybe it's going. How was it? Were there people there, or is everybody still scared?
You know, it was one of those nights where we just, I play in another band, a Celtic rock band where we all wear kilts and stuff and do traditional half the night, and the other half of the night do like Radiohead covers and stuff like that. It's a hell of a lot of fun, and I think we drew too much of a crowd because the cops came in and fined one of the workers, one of the ladies behind the counter, like $1,500 for not wearing a mask.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, so you know, I feel a little guilty about that, but you know, yeah, things are kind of, like you said, going slow as far as opening up, and when they do, it's, you know, it's
Yeah.
tricky.
It is, yeah. I don't know if for this band, if this opening, closing, reopening thing might be an opportunity, you know, at some point, because I feel like little shows will start happening before big shows. So in other words, Down by Law is probably shut down for a good long while from touring. But like local type bands at local type venues, that might be taken off at some point. Well, I mean, as soon as we can, basically, is the short answer. You know, as soon as we can, we'll be playing out. You know.
Great. One of the things I found really interesting is the musicianship. Now, you guys are all living in Florida. Where do you record and how do you collaborate?
It's very similar to Down by Law. I have a studio at my place. I usually do a demo and kind of the arrangement and melody of the song, and just kind of bounce it around via email, and everybody kind of comes up with their parts, and we just pass it back and forth and kind of refine it until we like it, and then we lay it down here at my place. And the same, I mean, I've been using the exact same team as Down by Law for all this stuff. I mean, you know, we had the album cover. Now Ray's doing the artwork stuff, but you know, we had the same guy doing the artwork. I had the same guy mixing it, Matt K, the same guy that was mixing all the Down by Law stuff. He mixes this as well. Chris, Jay, I have him master it. He's the same guy that does the Down by Law stuff. So it's you know, it's pretty much almost the exact same process as Down by Law, except it's a little bit easier since we're all in the same state, you know.
Yeah. So is there anything any of you guys want to add that maybe I haven't touched on, or that you might want to mention, considering that you've made your announcement today? And is there anything you want to add to it?
You guys have anything?
I just want to play shows again.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's it. That's it.
This is actually the second time that I've met Ray.
Really?
Yeah, really.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the first
that's
time
true.
was at that Switchblade
Yeah,
Film show,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
he was
so
It's,
this is like I think that we did like basically your COVID-19 record, because we're just really phoning in the parts, you know. And
that's true.
and it's
Everybody
all
else
coming together
doing it
beautifully.
separately. Yeah, I saw everybody record their parts, but everybody else was like separate, like came at separate times and stuff. So, yeah,
It took me longer to drive to your house than it did to actually lay down the tracks. I remember that.
that is true. He laid him down quick, man. He was like, he
Well,
did it on like one take. Yeah, it was like, and
Yeah.
I was like, well, let's do another one just for a backup, you know. So to do all the takes, it was like nothing.
Yeah, I was prepared. I had like an hour and a half ride. So the whole time I'm just blaring the music and singing along to it. So by the time I got there, I had already done like 20 takes. So I was ready to go.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It's cool.
Take advantage of it while you can, you know?
Yeah, totally. I think, yeah, I think we'll be ready for shows really soon. I mean, we got a few songs in the works right now, and as soon as shows start happening again, yeah, we you know, what do we need? We don't need that many songs to start opening up and stuff. So I kind of foresee that happening in the not too distant future, hopefully.
It's great.
That's about it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your new release and the video for Vampirella. It looks so good. And I gotta say, Ray, you look so badass in that video.
Couldn't be farther from the truth.
I was like, look at that badass. I was really it was really well done. It was really well done.
I'll give a shout out to Noah Maxey. He's the guy that edited it. He's actually the son of Mark Maxey, who was in Justice League, that old straight edge band, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So his son does video editing now and stuff. So I thought he did a great job. Yeah, he killed it.
Well, I wanted to say, like I said, congratulations and thank you so much for lending me your time. And I hope to hear more music in the future. And I think you're doing something really special and unique.
Thanks.
And like Don said, it's like you're like Sam's playing is like it's kind of like exceeded all expectation.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Everybody's killing it, and doing their part. And thank you for putting it out, dude. We're so stoked. I mean, you're like right on the ball with it and everything.
I was very surprised that it wasn't already a thing. So I appreciate the opportunity. I was like,
Very
I
cool,
have to buy that when it comes out.
Dude, that's great. Yeah, I love what you're doing with Pi Records, man. It's really cool. The videos and everything you guys do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have my wife on board. She was a big part in getting this Black Valley Moon release done. She was supporting me all the way, and
oh, that's great.
Yeah, she's the numbers girl. She's the no, you have to do it this way, or she's the smart one.
Yeah, that's probably that's how it is in my house.
That's why I'm always broke.
All right, guys, you have a good night.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank
you very much.
All right, see you guys.
Take care.
Later.